Ready to start. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to our debaters today. Yay! We would first like to welcome Ellie to the microphone, and it should be on. So if you want to raise it up, if it's too low for you, yep, just pinch the handle. There you go. There you go. And then you got to turn it on. There you go, you got it. All right, so here's what's going to happen. As I said before, Bree's going to time for you today. So I will always check to make sure both the timekeeper and the speaker are about as ready as can be. So without further ado, we remind our Prime Minister Ellie that this is a speech that should not exceed 3 minutes, okay? Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready? Yeah. Okay, Madam Speaker, I'm sorry, Miss Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and begin.
Hi, my name's Ellie, and I'm the Prime Minister on the side of the government. This is my partner, Matthew Radowski, and he is a member of government. So I would like to thank the opposition today for coming, and thank the audience, judge, and timekeeper for listening. So today our debate topic is students should or should not be able to go off campus for lunch. The government side is going for that they should not be able to go off campus for lunch. So our first point today is lunch is already provided. The students of St. Paul has lunch provided by the cafeteria already, so why should they have to go off campus to go get lunch if it's already provided? Our second point today is off campus could and might be dangerous, and there might be a liability issue for that because as soon as they go off campus, St. Paul and the teachers, and they don't know if they'll be okay or not. Sorry. The third point is that there might not be enough time because there's a set time for lunch, and if students go off campus, they don't know how long it would take, if their food will come in time, or how long the actual trip would be. So just to review our debate really quickly, the government is on the side that students should not be able to go off campus for lunch because lunch is already provided. Off campus can and might be dangerous, and there might not be enough time, and you never know. I would like to thank my partner, the opposition, audience, judge, and timekeeper, and please vote for government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper. 1:42. Okay, thank you, 1:42. All right, Miss Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock? Remember, Lillian, we're coming to you next. So fight whatever Eliana says, okay? Do whatever you can to fight, and you can, obviously, Kaitlyn, please help her out. All right, whenever you're ready, Miss Timekeeper, 1 minute on the clock, please.
Ready, set, go.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Timekeeper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Lillian, who is the first speaker for the opposition. We'd like to remind Miss Speaker and Miss Timekeeper again that this speech should not exceed more than 3 minutes in length. Miss Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yeah.
You're doing a fabulous job, by the way. See, no pressure. You're doing a wonderful job. You're doing a fine job. Okay, so Miss Timekeeper, are you ready? Yes? Okay, Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and begin.
All right, hi, my name is Lillian Stratman, and I am the leader of opposition. I would like to thank my partner, Kaitlyn Cross, who is the member of opposition, and I'd also like to thank the government for being here as well, and then I would also like to thank the audience, the judges, and the timekeeper for listening to our debate. So our debate topic for today is whether students should or should not be able to go off campus for lunch. The government has stated that they think that the students should not be going off of campus for lunch. The points that they provided were lunch was already provided in the dining hall, off campus can be dangerous and a liability issue, and there's not enough time since there's only a certain time limit in the dining hall for lunch. Us as the opposition would like to refute those, and for the first one, lunch is already provided. The opposition knows that the school provides lunch for the students, but the students might have health issues that are bigger than what the dining hall can take care of. So for instance, they could go to the store and they could make something for themselves as well that suits their health issues if they have any or any allergies. The second point that the government made was off campus can be dangerous. Now, it could be dangerous, but Concordia, since it is a small town and a lot of people know the St. Paul's kids, then there is less likely that they will be in danger. And also if they go with bigger groups, so not just by themselves, then they will have a better time and a lot more fun of a time. Also, this is trying, since St. Paul is a place to prepare for college, it is a better idea to let them kind of go off on their own, and it's on them. Also, for not enough time, that is the third point that the government has said, and us as an opposition think that it should be on the students, and if they don't get back on time, then that's on them, and that's how they are going to have to deal with that consequence. So I would just like to review. We think that health issues are a good reason to not eat lunch on campus so that they can make themselves something else. We think that it is not very dangerous in Concordia, and also the students should be responsible if they are late. Thank you. I would like to thank everybody, and please vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper? 2:54. Thank you very much. All right, Miss Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Matt to prepare his arguments? Remember, Matt, to fight what Lillian says as best as possible. 1 minute, please. Thank you.
You said it only takes about 5 seconds to think properly.
Oh, yeah. Could have maybe thrown something in there. You were not supposed to be using notes, so please put those away. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't clarify that. That was on me. Okay, thank you, Ms. Timekeeper. I appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Matt a round of applause and welcome him as the second speaker for the government. We remind Mr. Speaker and also Ms. Timekeeper, again, this is a speech that should not exceed 3 minutes in length, okay? Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready? Yes. Fabulous. Mr. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and begin.
All right. My name is Matthew. I'm a member of the government. I would like to thank my partner, Ellie, the Prime Minister of the government, for being here today. I would like to thank the audience, the timekeeper, and the judges for listening to the debate today. And I would like to thank the opposition for coming as well. The points, my side of our side, the government is wanting to not have students leave campus for lunch. The points that the opposition gave were that reasons to leave campus include health issues that dining hall cannot assist or help provide for, There's not much danger in the town that we currently live, and if they are late back to the school, then it is their own fault. Now, to combat these, first of all, the school does provide lots and lots of substitutes for meals at the school. For instance, Jessica Landry, as an example, she can't have gluten, and every time we have sandwiches, they always provide her something as an alternative so that she doesn't go hungry. And there are several vegetarians at the school as well that still eat at dining hall. Our second point is that this town may be safer than other towns, but it's next to the interstate, and the interstate can go anywhere. And it may provide dangers from people coming from dangerous places. Also, recently in the news, especially around here, there have been more and more kidnappings and human trafficking that may cause an issue. Our last point is that the on-time, students getting back to campus on time would become a problem, but we're trying to combat that by not making it an option. So if they didn't have to go off campus, they wouldn't be late back to campus. So yes, I would like to thank the timer, the audience, the judges, and I would like to thank the opposition and Eliada for both being here. Vote government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
2:59.
Okay, 2:59. Thank you very much. All right, Ms. Timekeeper, would you please put 1 minute on the clock for Kaitlyn to prepare her arguments again? Kaitlyn, try and fight anything that Matt says there, all right? Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Ms. Timekeeper. I appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Kaitlyn a round of applause as the second speaker for the opposition, please, and welcome her to the mic. And we would like to remind Ms. Speaker and Ms. Timekeeper, again, the speech should not exceed 3 minutes in length, okay? Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yeah.
Fabulous. And Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and begin.
All right, hi, I'm Kaitlyn Cross, and I'm a member of opposition. And I would like to thank my partner Lillian, the government, the audience, the judges, as well as the timekeeper for taking your time to listen. The points that the government has made to refute ours have been that the dining hall already provides substitutes for people who have allergies or health issues, that we are next to I-70, so that could potentially cause an issue for dangerous instances to happen in our town, and that eliminating the option for children to go off of campus would stop them from being late in the first place, or try to prevent it. So our position, once again, is that they should be able to go off of campus. Although the dining hall does provide substitutes, students may get tired of eating the same thing over and over again, and also having the chance to go off to buy something from Bratcher's could be great for variety in their meals. and possibly getting more healthy options. Being next to I-70 doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to get kidnapped. It does provide an extra danger. However, with the increased access to cellular devices and other mobile phones, it's really easy to ask for help. As well as Lillian said earlier, we would be encouraging to go in bigger groups, which would also allow us to, have safety in numbers. The government also said that eliminating the option for children to go off campus would cause them to would make it less likely that they would be late. However, students are late to class anyway, regardless of whether or not they go off or stay on campus. There's always the option, or they could potentially be late either way. So this is just prepping them for college and teaching them that we have to be responsible for our actions and hold ourselves accountable. So just as a review, we think that although the dining hall can provide substitutes, this may be able to provide students with a variety as well as possibly more healthy options. And despite being next to I-70, the increased availability of devices that can provide communication can help us reach out for help, as well as going in bigger groups, safety in numbers. And even though this eliminates the option of children being late because they're off campus, there are still other ways that they could be late, so students should hold themselves accountable. So thank you so much to my partner, the government, audiences, judges, and timekeeper, and vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
2:49.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, 2:49. All right. Now remember, we're coming right back to you to support your partner, all right, and not add any new points, just support. And if you need to add examples, you can, but no new points, all right? 1 minute on the clock, please, timekeeper. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Ms. Timekeeper. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Lillian, please, as the last speaker for the opposite team or opposition. We'd like to remind both Ms. Speaker and Ms. Timekeeper that this speech should only not exceed 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes only, not 3, but 2 minutes. Okay, Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready? Yes. All righty, Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and begin.
Hi, my name is Lillian Stratman, and I am the leader of opposition. And I would like to thank my partner, Kaitlyn, who is the member of opposition. I'd also like to thank the government for being here, and the audience, judges, and timekeeper for listening to this debate. The topic is, should students of St. Paul be able to go off of campus? Should they or should not be able to go off campus for lunch? My partner said that, refuted what the members of government said when he said that there are substitutes that the dining hall can make. She said that they might get bored of the same exact things. Like, for instance, Jessica Landry, who is a student at St. Paul, would probably get gluten-free pasta and not have the bread, but there wasn't a lot of variety. Same way with salad bar at dining hall, there's not a lot of variety. And the member of government said that it is we're next to the interstate, and my partner refuted that by saying they're preparing to not be by themselves, and they're going to be sent out into the world, and there's not that much. Even though we're by the interstate, there's not a lot of crime rates. And also, there's also like the being in groups that can help, and you can by doing that you can make it like a couple of friends, and like you can make it like a little friend date. And then also the making it an option for the students would be good for them because they would still be responsible for the time that they have. The opposition stands for not letting the students go off campus, and I would like to thank everybody and vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
2 minutes exactly.
2 minutes exactly. Okay, she probably would have said yes, stop in general, but that's good. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, would you please put 1 more minute on the clock for Ellie to prepare her final statements. Remember, Ellie, you do have to fight what Lillian says, okay? 1 minute on the clock, please. Thank you, Ms. Timekeeper. All right, thank you, Ms. Timekeeper. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and welcome our final speaker, Miss Ellie from the government, for a final speech for this debate. And we'd like to remind Miss Speaker and Miss Timekeeper again that this is only a 2-minute speech maximum, please. Miss Timekeeper, are you ready? All righty, Miss Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and go.
Hi, I'm Ellie Adeshaibi. Once again, my position is the Prime Minister on the government side. I'd like to thank my partner. I would also like to thank the opposition for being here. I would like to thank the audience, judge, and timekeeper for listening. So just to restate the topic of this debate, it's that students should or should not be able to go off campus for lunch. Now, the opposition, Lillian and the opposition clearly stated that their first point was even though that dining hall does provide health benefits and like different options for people that have different health concerns, they might be bored of the same things and there's not a lot of variety. Her second point was that this is helping the students prepare for college and later on in life, some independence. And the third point she made is that it's the students are responsible for them being late. I would like to refute these points. And for the first point, bored of the same thing, and not a lot of variety. There is a salad bar, and although she mentioned salad bar, it does get changed a lot, and we don't have the same meal every day. Dining hall provides lots of options, and there's different meals throughout the year, the month. Also, with that point, she mentioned an example of going to Bratcher's and buying food. You can do that in your own time. You can bring your own lunch if you really feel that dining hall isn't giving you the best option, instead of going during school hours. Her second point was preparing for college, and I would like to refute that too, because this school is no longer a college prep school. So although it might be preparing you later in life, it's also during school hours. If you really want to go out and eat by yourself, you can do that after school hours, not during school hours, because this isn't a college prep school. We're not prepping you for college. We're just a normal high school or boarding school.
Stop.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause. All right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. Let's give everybody a round of applause today, ladies and gentlemen. It's the hardest thing to go first. That is not a fallacy. All right. Thank you so much, debaters.